It's not hard to see that Planet Dob is a very musical game. While it's not an out-and-out rhythm game like Parappa, for example, the music and soundscape are some of the best parts of the experience. Every time you begin a new area, the music starts off very minimal and practically non-existent, usually just a chill beat and some synth. But every time you collect more and more bits, the soundtrack becomes alive with new instruments, vocals, effects, and it really makes it feel like you are breathing life back into the city through music. Whenever you climb up a staircase or climb a ladder, the music goes up or down in pitch accordingly. All of the characters' eyes in the game are the letters D-O-B, but I really like that in Dob's own design they look more like headphones. My favourite has to be that Dob's idle animation changes seemingly at random as you explore, so sometimes he's doing this little shimmy or he's just straight up moshing to himself. It's very cute. The soundtrack is a bit of a hard one to define. It is electronic, for sure, but that feels way too vague and not descriptive enough. It's electronic music, but it pulls from the likes of lounge, drum and bass, jungle, funk, psychedelic pop, trance, Shibuya-kei if you happen to be familiar with that one, and honestly dozens more influences that I'm probably missing myself. In fact, you might already know Planet Dob's music without even realizing it. If you've ever listened to those drum and bass jungle gaming playlists on YouTube, this game's music crops up in those videos all the time. Rather than a game composer, the entire soundtrack of Planet Dob was made by an actual band. They were called Date of Birth and were decently popular in Japan in the 90s. They were actually a lot more involved in Planet Dob's development than just the soundtrack, but let's save that juicy story for a little bit later, yeah?